Our eyes are constantly exposed to blue light, which can damage them over time. Without the proper nutrition, our eyes have a hard time filtering blue light. Even colored sunglasses or screen protectors, represented by the dye in this water, can't fully protect our eyes. However, a daily serving of Pharmanex eye formula supplies our eyes with the nutrition required to help shield them from blue light and support overall eye health. Protect your eyes from the inside out.
Lead me by the hand and make me face the rising sun. Comfort me through all the pain that life may bring. There's no other hope that I can lean upon. Lead me, Lord, lead me all my life. Walk by me across the lonely road of every day. Take my arms and let your hand show me the way. Show the way to live inside your love. Lead me, Lord, all my life. You are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my life. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Lead me, Lord. Yes, hello, warm greetings, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from right now, and welcome to JhermiNATION PBR Hub for Health, Arts, and Business. And I'm your host, Jeremy, here in London. And I take it that you're all doing well and keeping safe wherever you're watching from right now. So please write on the comment box where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out. And any questions later on, please write it in the comment box. And of course, some thumbs up and hearts will be very much appreciated. So don't be shy, give it a try. Click those buttons now. We're also live streaming simultaneously on 3 destinations. We are live streaming now on YouTube under JhermiNATION, on Facebook page of JhermiNATION, and on my personal Facebook page, Jeremy Roy. So welcome everyone here. Welcome. Welcome here in JhermiNATION. I would like to greet those who are watching us right now. May Torres, Mel Abiog, Sharina Cruz Caras, Eleonora Ladibi. Hello, Eleonora, my nurse in charge. And Hermel Ilagan, yan, Chairman Mel of BHR FC. And let's just see. We have Mark. Tony Blair is also watching. Hello there. Tony Blair is in the house. Wayne Panganiban, welcome here. Welcome, welcome. Let's see all those comments. We have Althea Mentore. Hello there. Thank you for the heart. We have Shalon Odessa. Vev is in the channel. Yes, she is indeed. Yan. And we have Mark Tony Blair. Hello there. Welcome. Sending lots of love to Bev Blair and her colleagues at Bart's St. Bart's NHS Trust for her loving husband from her loving husband Tony and family. Yan. Welcome here in Germination. Yan. So, in keeping with what germination is all about, I would like to give you a seed that you can plant into your mind and let it germinate. So, our seed of the day is if you continue to think the way you thought, you will continue to get what you always got. If you feel stuck, you're not going anywhere, you're not progressing, you're not getting the results that you want, it's time to check not what you're doing, not what you're doing. Contrary to what the public knows, it's not what we're doing. It's actually what we're thinking in the first place. Remember, our body is the instrument of our mind. Whatever we do is just a product of our thinking, our thoughts. So we have to examine what we're thinking. Our thoughts, are they quality thoughts? Are they the right mindset? Do you have the abundant mindset, or you have the fixed mindset, or the growth mindset? The beliefs that you have in yourself, is it still the belief that is still relevant up to this day and age? Things change. The world is changing. So we have to change our way of thinking, our mindset as well. And yes, our mindset, our self-limiting beliefs. Do we have a lot of self-limiting beliefs? If we have, then that's the reason why. So it's not what we're doing, but what we are thinking, because what we think is what we're going to do. So if you continue to think the way you thought, you will continue to get what you always got. You cannot expect a different result by the same way of thinking or doing the same thing. When somebody asks us after a year, somebody asks us, how are you doing now? We always say this one. We always say, oh, same old, same old. Please avoid saying that one, because that's what's going to happen. Right? So that's our seed of the day. If you continue to think the way you thought, you will continue to get the way you always got. So there you go. That's our seed of the day. Yes, there you go. And before I introduce our special guests, we have two guests today. Yes, and by the way, in observance of the Lenten season, so it is Palm Sunday today. So I just would like to greet everyone a happy and a solemn, blessed Holy Week coming. It's Palm Sunday today, and it's gonna be the Holy Week from tomorrow. Oh, starting today actually. The Lenten season. Sorry, it actually started during the Ash Wednesday, right? Anyway, so before I introduce our very special guest, let me just play this short video.
Hi, my name is Bev. I'm an ICU nurse. Join me on Sunday at 7 p.m. on the 28th of March as I share my patient experience with you. It will be very informative and we will have fun. Thank you. See you there.
There. So we have two guests for today. So our first guest is actually a colleague of mine, very good friend of mine. I've worked with her in the Heart Hospital, which is part of the UCLH in London, in the Cardiothoracic Intensive Care Unit. I've worked with her there for almost 8 years, on and off, but total of 8 years. And recently, at the moment, she's a senior sister at the Bart's NHS Hospital Trust. And very recently, she was awarded by the British Journal of Nursing as the Cardiovascular Nurse of the Year Award. Yan. So we have Rosalie Magboo. You will meet them later on, but I'm just giving a little bit of introduction. So, and then our second guest is actually an ICU nurse as well. She is a cardiothoracic intensive care nurse from the Bart's Hospital. Until few years back, she was diagnosed with a heart condition and she needed a life-saving surgery. So if you can imagine, from a cardiothoracic nurse becoming a cardiothoracic patient, and we will hear her very inspiring story. So, are you ready for our guests for tonight? Okay, so let us bring them in. Yes, let's all welcome Rosalie Magboo and Blair. So let's start with Bev. Welcome here in Germination. And please greet our audiences for tonight. Bev?
Hi, my name is Bev. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for supporting us. You will hear my inspiring story, how I cope. You can ask questions. I will attend to them later. And once again, thank you for coming and be inspired.
Thank you, Bev. Thank you. And Rosalie, please welcome here in Germination. And of course, we would like to congratulate you for your award recently from the British Journal of Nursing as the Cardiovascular Nurse of the Year Award. So, Rosalie, please greet our audience here in Germination.
Thank you, Jeremy, for that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all viewers of Germination. Hopefully, you'll enjoy and have fun with us tonight.
Yes, thank you, Rosalie. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Rosalie and Bev. I know as nurses, we live a busy life. Apart from our role as being a nurse, we have family duties as well. But thank you very much for being here. It's really a pleasure. And I always do this to my special guest. Are you ready for this? I always do this to my special guest, and nobody escapes my quick fire questions. Ayan. Are you ready for this, guys?
Yeah.
All right. So what's going to happen is I'm going to throw you questions and you will answer it by the first thing that will come into your mind. All right. Ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's begin. All right. Let's start with Bev. Sleep or eat?
Sleep.
Rosalie, tea or coffee?
Tea.
Bev, what's your guilty pleasure?
Makeup.
Makeup. Amazing. Rosalie, what was the last thing that you Googled?
The book about my research.
Oh, good. About your research, yeah. Bev, apart from your face, which body part you look most in the mirror?
My abdomen, my stomach.
Same with me. We're the same. Rosalie, when are you most beautiful?
On my face.
Sorry? When are you most beautiful? When?
When? Sorry. Anytime.
Anytime. Amazing, amazing. Bev, focus on your strength or focus on your weakness?
Strength.
Strength. Amazing. Rosalie, happiness or fulfillment?
Happiness.
Happiness. Amazing. Bev, fit in or stand out?
What?
Fit in or stand out?
Stand out.
Stand out. Amazing. Rosalie, opportunity or security?
Opportunity.
Amazing. Bev, dream or career?
Dream.
Dream. Rosalie, money or fame? Money or fame?
Money.
Money, yes. Amazing. And Bev, what will you tell your 12-year-old self? If you're in front of your 12-year-old self, what will you tell the 12-year-old Bev?
Keep going.
Amazing. Keep going. That's true. That's true. Amazing. How about you, Rosalie? What would you tell your 12-year-old self?
Persevere.
Persevere. Persevere, right? You're freezing there. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, amazing.
Persevere.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Bev and Rosalie. I hope you enjoyed that one.
Yep.
Amazing. So what treat are we in for today? What can the audience learn or what value can we give our audience today? So first of all, it's still March. Yeah, we moved time here in UK already, right? we move time forward. So it's the British summertime now. And March, as you all know, is the Women History or Women Empowerment Month. So we have two powerful women here in the house at the moment here in Germination. And of course, we will learn because they are both from cardiothoracic expertise. We will learn a little bit about uh, something about heart conditions generally, and hear the inspiring story of Bev, who was a cardiothoracic nurse, and she became a cardiothoracic patient herself, and now she's back, and we will hear our story, her story. Yeah, so that's what we are in for. So, Rosalie, let's just start with you first. So, first of all, congratulations again on your award,
Thank
Cardiovascular Nurse of the Year award by the British Journal of Nursing. Um, what what do you think? What do you think made you win this award? I know all the other nominees deserve to win as well, but in every person there's always an edge. That's why somebody will always win. There's only one winner. So what do you think is that thing that made you win as the cardiovascular nurse of the year?
Well, I think because the project that I have a measurable outcome, and the our patient have experienced those outcomes particularly. So probably that's the reason why I won the award. But everyone is also in everyone is entitled to win the award. But yeah, perhaps the thing that made me win is the measurable outcome that made for patients.
Yes, amazing. I think that's very important, the outcomes. At the end of the day, that what we want is actually a good result for patients,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In everything that we do. Yeah, we always want them to get better. Bev, how long have you worked with Rosalie?
So I met Rosalie in
This year,
2015 or 2014,
Wow.
and we just hit it off. We were interviewing new starters. We were interviewing nurses for the post, the Band 5 post,
Hmm.
and we just connected, and we've been close since then. So she can relate to me, and I can relate to her. So we kind of hit it off then.
Amazing. So, you've worked with Rosalie for a long time. So, what do you think, Rosalie as a senior sister in ICU, what do you think you wanted to emulate from her?
So everyone has got some qualities that others would like to emulate. Um, I think one of hers was being able to um, support and being approachable and being being I was able to communicate with her freely without any judgment or reservations. So I think that was um, one quality that I really liked about her.
thank you, Bev.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Bevon Blair said, "Go, Mama." There you go. Bevon is watching. Yes, that's really very important. Being approachable, being friendly. I know we have like a line between a manager and you are one of the members of the team, but as what you said, you're able to approach Rosalie without any judgment. That's very important. That you can approach your manager without any judgment. That's very important for me. That's very important. So well done. That's really a good quality. Good quality. Now,
Thank
Rosalie,
you.
you've been in cardiothoracic specialty for probably 18, 20 years already. Because I've worked with you since back in 2003, and you're already in the heart hospital back then. So probably 20 years, isn't it? Around that
Years.
period. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
20 years. So in your practice, have you seen any patterns in how people actually develop cardiac diseases, because we know cardiac disease is not instant. It develops over a period of time. In terms of, let's just talk about it in general. In general, yeah, cardiac diseases in general. Um, let's talk about like the lifestyle. Is it hereditary? What about the age group, or like, is there a specific nationality or race that gets affected with cardiac disease? And also, gender. Is it more of a female male thing? People having cardiac disease. So yeah, just give us an overview in general so we can educate the public as well what they need to watch out for. If you know that you are at risk, because of the lifestyle, then they can do something about it.
Yes. I think it's just basically still same. Since I have started my career 20 years ago, the leading cause of mortality remains to be vascular problems, and that was the reason why I wanted to doing this special. And fortunately, even for 20 a couple of decades now, the causes of cardiovascular problems remain the same. So it's our lifestyle, the way we eat, without exercises, the lifestyle that we have, um, the usual thing, the comorbidities of, well, the other risk patients might have, like diabetes, obesity, which is related to the way we live our life, the way we eat, the way we exercise, the way we keep ourselves healthy. Other risk factors, I think I didn't make a difference between men and women. The heart problems on the same gender. However, I see like older people having the cardiac disease, but nowadays even the younger generations, on their 40s can have blockage of their aorta, or I mean veins or arteries. So can have cardiovascular disease and per se. But at the same time, I think the development of technology in identifying patients who have cardiovascular problems have improved significantly in the last couple of decades. And so therefore, which is also a good thing, because that means you can identify patients easily with cardiovascular problems related to genetics. So and then we can easily them, just like Bev. We were able to offer her the physical intervention that she needs in order to her life, I mean, to prolong her life, and be able to continue with life as a normal individual, just like any other individual.
Wow, that's amazing. So, yeah, and so as what you said, it remains the same, it's more of a
Yes.
lifestyle. It's more of a lifestyle thing. If you don't look after yourself, you don't eat the right food, if you don't
Yeah.
have enough physical activity, then you are at risk of heart diseases. And if you have other conditions like, as what you said, diabetes, that can contribute to heart diseases as well. And it's good to know it's equal as well, that there's no man or woman who is more affected than this this cardiovascular disease. But what is really alerting is or alarming is it's getting younger now. As what you said, even 40 years old can have blockage, or what you call ACS, acute coronary syndrome.
Yeah.
I have a friend in Middle East, and he had a quadruple bypass already. He's just my age, and during our younger days, we used to play basketball, and he is quite very active as well. But last year, he had a quadruple bypass surgery, um, mid 40s, same as my age. But he's okay now. He's back to work as well, which is very good. But is there any particular what do you call this one? Um, race or nationality which is more affected than the
I don't
other?
think there I don't think there is, because on the World Nations, the top 10 causes of mortality,
Mhm.
cardiovascular remains to be number one wide. So I don't think there is a particular nationality that is at high risk. So all of us are actually high risk of developing the problem. I mean, I was in the Philippines when I started my nursing career, and I've started as a cardiovascular nurse, and it was also the number one cause of mortality back home. And coming to a first world country, the UK, surprisingly, it's a problem, isn't it? So I suppose won't, anywhere in the world have the same kind of lifestyle. Like, don't we still continue to have a lifestyle. We still don't
Mm.
eat the proper food that we have to be, eating, and others.
Exactly, yeah. So it's really lifestyle. So
I
what
think
we eat,
so.
and if you don't exercise a lot, then you're developing at high risk. As what you said earlier as well. Apart from diabetes, obesity as well is one of the risk factors. So that's
Yeah,
why it's really important to keep our weight on the right weight. We have to keep our weight on
yeah.
the right one. We should be on the right one. Wow, amazing. So, Bev, going back to you, you said back in April, that was April 2019, you were diagnosed to have this heart condition, which is cardiomyopathy, right? It's a type of cardiomyopathy, which is enlargement of the heart. And tell us, what were your presenting symptoms? Please share it to us. What were the first things that you have experienced? All those
So
signs and symptoms of your heart disease.
I wasn't diagnosed in 2019. I was officially diagnosed in 2005. So I was going
Mm.
to work and I had a pre-syncope episode where I felt a bit dizzy and I felt quite unwell after the dizzy spell had passed. So it alarmed me. So I went into work and I went straight to accident emergency. And the nurse that saw me immediately took me into resus and she did some assessment and everything went from there. Um, I was taken to the London chest. They did some intense investigation, including a cardiac MRI, which confirmed that um, my septum was thickened, and that
Sorry,
was,
Bev. I think I lost my connection there. Did
oh,
I lost my
sorry.
connection? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Sorry to interrupt you there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, carry on. That was back in 2005, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, and everything went from there. But I was able to learn my body and how I would respond to stress and things like that. And I have learned how to adapt and cope to support myself. So, yeah, symptoms included things like I couldn't tie my lace, I couldn't squat. What else? I couldn't eat a big meal because obviously it increases my intrathoracic pressure and that causes decrease in my venous return and hence make me feel quite unwell. So um, that was some of my symptoms. The what else can I say? It was quite. I learned to cope. I learned to manage myself over a period of time, but um, about 5 years ago, my symptoms started to get worse, and 2 years ago, not 2 years, well, like 3 years ago, um, I wasn't able to cope. However, I did speak to my managers, and I had flexible working time. So, for example, if one thing is extreme tiredness, so I could be here and I was fine, and in the next half an hour I would be so tired I couldn't function. So I spoke with my managers, and they were quite supportive. Hence, my relationship with Rosalie, because she was my team leader at the time. So obviously, I discussed it with her, and she was able to offer. Well, she didn't. When I told her that I was tired, she didn't question me. She didn't grill me. She understood, and she supported me. So I think that's why our relationship has developed into such a strong bond.
Wow, amazing. So it's just like, the symptoms are quite, if you think about it, quite trivial, isn't it? You can't tie your shoelace, you can't
Yes,
really bend over, but it's making you unwell. So if you think about
so
it, it's very
yeah,
simple, but it affects you. So there must be something wrong going on, right?
yeah,
So it was in 2005 when you were diagnosed to have
yeah.
this. What type of cardiomyopathy is that one?
So I've got hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and basically what it is that I've got excess muscles. So rather than the cardiac muscles are in arrays, so they are organized. So in my case, my cardiac muscles are disorganized. So
Mm,
rather than being like this, they're like crisscross like that. So like electrical impulses can become chaotic at any stage. So without, fortunately, I've never had that episode, but I can go into something they call ventricular fibrillation, which is
mm,
a rhythm that can cause me to die if I don't get help timely. So I was fitted with an ICD, which is an internal cardioverter defibrillator, and it hasn't treated me. It did shock me inappropriately, but it hasn't treated me. And thank God for that. And yeah, so
So yeah, so it's really good what you did there, so people can understand that heart muscles are organized, but yours is
yeah.
cardiomyopathy. It's big. That's what we call a enlarged heart. So people will understand
Mm.
as well. It's an
So
enlargement of the heart. Yep, yep.
so it's not enlargement, it's the myocardium
Thickening.
thick.
Oh,
So
thickening. All right.
the
Yeah.
heart
Yeah.
itself has
Thickening.
got the same,
So,
yes, the heart itself has got the same size,
Mm,
but the septum, which is the bit that separates the four chambers,
yeah.
yeah, that bit is a bit thick there. So
Oh, okay. I
was
see. I see.
especially my left ventricle, rather than having the normal size, was a bit small. So,
no.
so it was important for me to always be hydrated, because
Mm,
I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, because the ventricle has to be filled and stretched for it to contract, to push blood forward. And if the ventricle is thick and the muscles are thick, so imagine rather than stretching and contracting, it just stretches a little bit and contract because it's thick, and I'm not able to push blood forward as 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 needed. For example, I couldn't run because my heart didn't support that cardiac output at the time that
mm,
I need to run because of the
mm.
thickness, if that makes sense.
Yep. Yep. So what did the doctors say? What was the cause of that one? Did they tell
So,
you the cause or?
so it's a genetic
Oh,
condition, and
genetic one.
it's
All right.
one
Okay.
gene, one gene that caused that. It's hereditary.
Mm,
I don't know where it came from, because my parents hasn't got. My dad is 93 and my mom is 89.
mm.
So we have no idea where this came from. So Yeah, but it's it's good to make to share to support the awareness of it, because lots of people have got um, genetic conditions, cardiac conditions, and they're not aware. Like sometimes you hear on the news a footballer will collapse and die. And there was this famous footballer, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he collapsed, and fortunately he was resuscitated timely,
Hmm.
and he was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy as well. So it's quite common, and many people are not even aware that they've got a undiagnosed cardiac condition. And some people don't want to talk about it because they're like, it's a stigma. But no, it's not a stigma. You're looking after your health. And it's good to be aware of, for example, fainting is not, it's not normal. So if you feel like you're fainting, if you're constantly fainting, if you're constantly feeling dizzy, don't ignore it. You need to go check your GP or your doctor and investigate why you're feeling dizzy, why you're feeling faint. So things like that. I'm really passionate about raising awareness so that people, that other families wouldn't go through the trauma that my family has gone through.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, yeah. That's why we invited you here so we can develop this awareness to
Yeah.
people as well. It's it's difficult because you wouldn't know until you got the symptom already, and it's good to always go to the doctor and have it checked because that's what we say. Fainting is not normal. It's not, people
Yeah.
don't just normally faint or find it difficult to breathe when they are actually tying their shoelace. These are the signs, so people shouldn't ignore, and we wouldn't know until we get checked that it's actually genetic. And who knows, some of your brothers and sisters might have it as well, or probably your children might get it as well. So it's really important that we get checked. What Rosalie said earlier, we have a tool now that we can check the genes if they're carrying one, right? Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Great,
right.
amazing. So 2005, and then you had your surgery 2019. I mean, in between you had the IC defeated, which is when you have the thickening of the heart, your electrical conduction will be affected. You're gonna have palpitations. You're gonna have a life-threatening arrhythmia, or people can
Regular
suddenly die
heartbeat.
because of that arrhythmia. Yeah,
So,
ventricular. Yeah.
so
So
fortunately, I didn't have any life-threatening
mm,
arrhythmia, thank God.
yeah, yeah.
But, um, for example, as I said before, I learned to manage myself. So if I was dehydrated, I would have palpitations. Like I would know because I've studied myself, and I know when I'm dehydrated, when I'm tired. So things that trigger me feeling unwell was me being tired or dehydrated or hungry and things like that. So things that we take for granted, like if you're constipated, because if you're constipated, your abdominal pressure is raised, and then your intrathoracic pressure is raised, and that affects me. So it was really challenging, and the thing is, I never complained. So my friends and my family, even to my husband, wasn't aware of how I was struggling because I didn't complain. I just learned to manage myself and get on with it. If I said I'm tired, my husband would take things over. But he didn't know the magnitude of how unwell I was feeling until I decided to speak with Mr. Cipollini. Mr. Cipollini is the myectomy specialist at Bart's Hospital. Um, so I spoke with him, and I have to say, I'm shouting out Bart, I'm shouting out the team, I'm shouting out my managers. Mr. Cipollini has done a really good job. He's very caring. Even to after my operation, he checked on me. I felt really supported. Like, for example, because I wanted to support my family. I didn't want my family to like be stressed because obviously my husband, we've been together for over 30 years. We don't know anything else. And he was really stressed, but I was trying to be strong for him and he was trying to be strong for me. But, but at one point, everything has got a limit. When I was eventually told that I would have to have the surgery, I wanted somebody to, I consider myself a strong person, but I wanted somebody to take that emotional chaos that I was feeling off of me. And I remember I spoke to one of my, when you're working with colleagues, you do find some people that you're closer to in your workplace. And I remember telling two of my colleagues that I was going to have this surgery. And I regretted straight away because I expected them to be strong, but it wasn't. They made me feel so scared because they were so scared, and all they could have think about was what if. And I couldn't rely on them because they weren't strong enough to support me. I had my matron, which I commended her, Keisha. It was my mentor, my matron at the time, and I spoke with her, and thumbs up to her. She unknowingly just took that burden off me. She said, "We would look after you. You will be all right. We would look after you, and we will ensure that you get out of this safely." But I immediately felt secure and I felt safe. And then I spoke with my manager as well, our head of nurse, Heather, and she said, "You are allowed to make reasonable requests." Reasonable, I can't remember what she said, but I was allowed to choose my own nurses. I was allowed to have privacy. My dignity was maintained, which was quite good because I am someone who gave like really good care, excellent care, and I wanted that to be given to me, and that's what I got. So I chose my nurses. I spoke with my nurses and I said, "Listen, I know what I'm like. I may say no to what you're going to do for me, but you have to do it in my best interest." And I did say no. I heard I was a nightmare, but hey, we all can't be perfect. But my operation went really well. My anesthetists, they were great to me. I have absolutely nothing but good vibes that I can say for my team because they really looked after me. They even protect my privacy. So the nurse in charge that was on the day, that was in charge for that day, he didn't put my correct name on the board. He put my maiden name on the board. So nobody knew who I was. And they protected me. Even to the junior staff didn't know I was there. So it was really, really good. And it was good for me because I felt secure. I felt my privacy was protected. And I felt well looked after. So, yeah. So, here.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing Bart's health. Joyce, Bev, with your permission, we were talking about this. Is it okay to show your picture when you
Oh,
were in ICU?
of course.
Yeah? Yeah. So that was Bev before. when, in ICU. So she was tube. You were sedated, obviously, after the
Yeah.
surgery. You had a lot of infusions,
Yes.
and
So nurse to ensure that my hair was well combed, my lips were well done,
yes,
and so she actually did my lippy there. So,
wow, amazing, amazing, amazing nursing care. And that
so,
was you when you were extubated already.
yes. So don't worry about the mouth opening. What I couldn't do anything. I don't even remember it.
Yeah, yeah. But
In the
I must
so
say the hair and the eyebrows were amazing, and the lips. Amazing Bart's health. But, but let's see. But this is what you can do now, Bev. Let's show them what you can do now after.
oh
So
yeah.
let's just tell them, after you had the surgery, how long did it take you to recover and to go back to work?
So after I had the surgery, I don't remember the first day. I don't remember the second day, but I remembered bits and bits, but nothing significant makes sense. However, I went back to work like 5 months after, but
Hmm.
I the doctors usually say to you that, oh, you would feel better in 3 months, 4 months, you know. But I promise you, don't put a timeline on anything. It's the way
Hmm.
you feel,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was scared. Fortunately, I have a really, really good family support. My husband and my sons and my siblings and my cousins, they were very supportive. So I've always had people around me. My friend Althea, she took annual leave to be with me. So I've got a network of people who's been really supportive to me. So I did cope really well. After I went, I wasn't allowed to drive. I think I drove like 10 weeks later. I drove. I did things as I felt better. I did what I think I want to do. And then I developed, like 2 months later, 6 weeks later, I developed pericarditis,
Hmm.
which is just fluid in the pericardium. And obviously that made me sick again. They did drain it, so they had to put in a chest drain again, which was quite traumatic. Did make me feel quite emotional, and I was given steroids, and that made me gain quite significant weight. And obviously, from what I'm used to and gaining all that weight, it it took a toll on my emotions, and I started going back to the gym. I think it was last year, July,
Wow, amazing.
and I started losing weight. I'm currently on a food a meal plan. So
Hmm.
so I'm eating frequent small meals. So I've lost weight. So as I lose weight, I feel more confident. I look at my body and I love it, and I'm able to do more. I'm sleeping better. So it all, and then I've got encouragement from my family, my husband and my sons, which is quite significant. And so now I can actually run.
Wow, amazing.
I couldn't run. I love the
Mhm.
battle rope, so I love that.
Here
I
you
could do it
go.
all the
We'll show it. We'll show it. So, ladies and gentlemen,
There you go.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, from this picture, yeah, from there, Beb can do this now. That's her now. Wow, amazing. And this one as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway. 1, 2. Come on, go. 3, 4,
Can burn.
5,
Well
6,
done, Chef.
7,
I'm the
8,
person. Wow.
9, 10. Easy peasy.
Wow, that was amazing, Bev. Amazing, amazing. Wow, I've got a surprise for you, Bev. I've got a surprise.
Okay.
Oh, is that Altalia that you were talking about? Altalia mentor.
Yes.
Wow, wow, amazing, amazing. Okay, I've got a surprise for you. Here you go.
Hi.
Like a bright sunny summer, you are joy without end. And I am very blessed and privileged to call you my wife, my soulmate, my friend. You have come a long way, Bev, from the day you scared us all. We thought we were going to lose you. So today, we give special thanks to Dr. Alex Shapolini, Dr. Claire Rothwell, Nurse Barbara, Shireen, Rosalie, and Parts NHS Trust for taking good care of you. Now look at you, my dear. Like neon lights in the dark, you bright up our lives when you glow. You are wonderful, one of a kind, uniquely valuable. So right now, think of your positive qualities and the things you can do better than the other person, an average person, can. Always remember, you are much smarter, more capable, and much more significant than you think you are. We pray that you will soar way up high like eagles. You would spread your God-gifted wings of joy, hope, faith, love, and fly towards your full potential. May Almighty God cover you continuously with His mercies and enlarge your territory. May He bring contentment in your life, comfort you in times of strife, always keep you safe and secure. I wish you nothing but love in your future endeavor from all of us.
Wow, that was amazing. I told you. I told you Tony Blair is here as well in the house. Tony Blair, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was amazing, amazing, amazing. Let's bring Rosalie back there. Were you surprised, Bev? Wow. Thank you, Tony. I know you're watching right now, Tony. Thank you for that video message. And thank you, Rosalie, for actually facilitating that, for helping me.
You didn't know, Bev.
It was a surprise. It is a surprise, you see?
Well
And that's
done.
why.
Well,
Vev, tell us about your advocacy. You're gonna have an advocacy to inspire people. You had this septal myectomy, which was the surgery that you had,
yeah.
and you had this condition, cardiomyopathy. Please tell us about this advocacy that you would like to put
So
up.
I have developed a page. It's called Living with Hypertrophic Cardiomyopathy. JVB McKinnon's story. I will put it up on my Facebook page so that people can start following it. I created it because I have joined a few cardiomyopathy group on Facebook. And what I realized is that there are new diagnoses and people are quite gutted because obviously it's a life-changing condition. But I assure you, you just need to learn how
Your
to
body.
adapt and support yourself, and trust me, you'll be fine. The things I can do now, I have never allowed anything to limit me. I just go, I just think positively. Anything I do that I didn't, that's not, I failed. I see it as an experience, and I want to do better. So I will share my story. I will tell you more and in depth about how I cope, how I'm getting along, how I was diagnosed, about my family, which I sought permission from my family to do this. So please join my page and please share that page. Again, the page is Living with Hypertrophic Cardiomyopathy, JVB McKinnon Story. It would be my story. There wouldn't be any medical diagnosis. It would be my story and how I have coped and how I can support you. So please, please, please follow my page. It is Living with Hypertrophic Cardiomyopathy, JVB McKinnon Story. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing, Bev. Amazing. So I always believe in the saying that uh, your tests will become your testimonial, and your testimonial is the one that will help people. That will inspire other people who is going through the same as you before, and you're an instrument now. That's why it has been given to you, and you will be an instrument to help all these people that you can give back and paying forward what and that's what it is really. So at this point, we would like to pause for a commercial break, and we will be right back. So please don't go away. We'll be back. We're just gonna pause for a commercial break, and we will have a virtual guest performer as well. So stick around for now. We'll be back in a few minutes. Wash your hands or sanitize your hand. Wear your face mask and maintain a safe distance.
If I should stay, I would only be your way. So I'll go, but I know I think of you in every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you. My darling, you bittersweet memories. That is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. Please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dream of. And I'm wishing you joy and happiness, but above all this, I'm wishing you love.
Yes, that was Cherry Awesome from the Philippines. Yan. So at this point, so let's bring back our guests. Yan. So we are back. Let's just remove this. Yes, we're back here. So I just would like to give a shout out to all those who are watching right now. We have Terrence Blackman. Welcome here. Nolfred Kaagaanan. Yan. Watching from Darby. We have Surat Hazan. We have Melvin Abiog. Yan. We have Rebecca de la Cuesta. Welcome here. We have Simone Entune. And we have also Best Friend Toffee of Tulong Tulong para Makabangon. Yan, Best Friend Toffee. Welcome here. We have Shelon Odessa. Weng Panganiban. And of course, Tony Blair is in the house. Let's just flash this one. Mark Tony Blair, simply beautiful. We have Terrence Blackman, well done. Terrence Blackman said, just beautiful. And we have Dina Paoloni. Hi, Veb. Hi, Rosalie. Hello there. Hello there. Hello. And we have Faye Dennis as well. Faye Dennis said, well done, Bev. I'm so proud of you, my friend. May God continue to strengthen you. Your healing is permanent. IJMN. Lots of love. Just wonder what IJMN means. Just out of curiosity. Do you know, Bev, what that means? IJMN? In Jesus, I don't know, name. Anyway, we have Surat Hassan says amen.
In Jesus' mighty name.
In
In
sorry,
Jesus' mighty name.
in say that again, Bev.
In Jesus' mighty name.
Oh, in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you for that. Thank you. We have Terence Blackman says blessing. And Terence Blackman says, well done, Web. We have Vocal FX Beatbox Artist from the Philippines. Hello, says, hello, good day. Yeah, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, I think, in the Philippines. And we have Lloyd Balatongan. Shout out to all inspirational people here. Lloyd Balatongan, he's got a family band called the Soulmates. They were the ones who sang the COVID vaccine song. So search that one in YouTube, the COVID vaccine song. It's a really nice song. And we have Bebon Blair. Yan. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Thank you. And Rosalie, um, tell us more about, you've been involved in like clinical studies or something like that, and some of your articles were published in a journal. Is that correct? So would you be able to share us what was the outcome of that one? Anything that you can share to us, to make us aware of the latest of what's happening?
Yeah, with my publications, and that's one of the reasons probably I won the Cardiovascular Nurse of the Year award. Is that I did a project on, we've developed a very simple care bundle for the prevention of atrial fibrillation after cardiac surgery. So atrial fibrillation is an irregular heart rhythm that is very common after cardiac surgery. So incorporating the international guidelines and practice advisories. So we've developed a very simple care bundle that we can use at the bedside so that we'll be able to prevent atrial fibrillation. And we have significantly reduced the atrial fibrillation incidences in our hospital, and that's why we managed to publish the result as well. Um, Also, another study of mine that I've conducted, and Bev is very much involved with this one as well, is my project on the prevention of surgical site infection after cardiac surgery. So I developed a risk assessment tool to assess and predict the incidence or the potential risk of developing surgical site infection after cardiac surgery. And hopefully we'll be able to implement that very soon. Unfortunately, because of the COVID, there was a delay in the implementation, but this will be very useful for us to identify which patient will be at higher risk, and then we'll be able to straight away implement like specific interventions to prevent surgical site infections after cardiac surgery. And then the latest study that I'm looking at is I will be exploring the health related quality of life and the psychosocial effects of aortovascular surgery in Marfan syndrome patients. And this is a very Marfan syndrome, just like Bev's condition, which is the cardiomyopathy, it's a genetic condition affecting quite a few number of patients in the UK and worldwide. But unfortunately, there is very small amount of studies focusing on the health-related quality of life and the psychosocial effects of the aortovascular manifestations, which is one of the most serious complication of Marfan syndrome. So that's the other thing that I am currently developing, and hopefully in the next 3 years, I'll be able to report to you what I've found out.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing, Rosalie. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's very true. I remember when I was in cardiothoracic, ICU, AF is very common. AF, amiodarone,
Yeah,
potassium, magnesium, make sure they're all, so it's
yeah.
very common. It's good that you have reduced the risk of the one. And infection, yeah, very, very important as well, because a lot of our patients, after that chest external wound, if that
Yeah.
gets infected, that will be another prolonged hospitalization. So it's really important that we look at the infection aspect of, after surgery.
So
And I remember, yeah, go on. Go on.
with with those two projects, we are actually we've developed it at BARTS, but we are now sharing it in other trusts. So hopefully we'll be able to implement it nationally as well.
Wow, amazing, amazing. And the Marfans, I remember the Marfans. You will know they have Marfans if they got like long, they
Long,
got
yeah,
Long
long legs, or yeah,
legs,
yeah. And the
tall.
most complete, the most
they get tall, yeah, long hands and everything, and all these things. But they got cardiac complications, as what Rosalie said. Wow,
yeah,
and it
and usually most of them as well develop or shows the symptoms of cardiac complication by the age of 40. So before, their lifespan was shortened, but now because of the improvement in technology and surgery and preventive surgery, then we were able to prolong their life. However, obviously, just like what Bev has said, living with the condition is so difficult, and so that's what I'm trying to explore at the moment, and hopefully the research study that I will be developing will inform how we're going to be able to support this group of patients later on.
wow, amazing. Rosalie, just out of curiosity, was nursing your first choice when you were trying to look for a course in college?
Oh,
I
before.
always ask this question. Was this your first
No.
choice? Okay. What was your first choice then?
I never
Just out of
wanted to become a
curiosity.
nurse.
Sorry?
No, I wanted to become a chemical engineer before. Yeah.
Wow. That's quite too
So
far,
I
isn't it,
prefer
from
to work in the
engineer?
laboratory rather than work in a hospital. But eventually, I learned to love nursing. So
That's good. Yeah, that's always the case. We don't want it initially. That's not our first choice, but eventually we learn to love it, and most of the time people really do well. In the field, just like you. You didn't like it in the
thank
beginning, but
you.
you are cardiovascular nurse of the year awardee, and you have all these studies going on as well, which is helping obviously the field of cardiovascular nursing and medicine as well. Well done. So if you're not a nurse, you will be a chemical engineer. I take it, maybe.
Well,
Good, good, good. So Bev, back to you, Bev. I just would like to ask. You were a intensive care nurse in a cardiothoracic setting, and you yourself became a patient in the cardiothoracic setting as well. So can you share us your thoughts, your feelings, and now that you're back, of course we are excited to know what has changed, as a nurse and as a person after what you've been through.
My philosophy is always give the care that I want to receive, well, my friends and family to receive, and myself. So in that aspect, it hasn't changed. However, um, I kind of feel connected to my patients now. For example, I can preempt that they're gonna have pain, and I want them to have pain control before we start waking them up, because it's extreme pain. I have a high pain threshold. So if it was painful to me, I can imagine if somebody has got low pain threshold, how painful that would be. So I preempt how they would feel. I normally, for example, one time I had this patient who was so scared. He was going to surgery in the morning, and I came up and I was talking to him, and our uniform has got a V in the neck. So he saw my scar, and he said, he was like shocked. He said, "Did you have the same thing that I'm going to have?" I said, "Not the same thing that you're going to have, but I've had my chest cut open before, and I know." And I reassured him, and he came back after his operation, before he went home, and he came looking for me. He said, "Thank you. You have really inspired me on the morning, because I was so scared." So in things like that, I've always been a caring and proactive nurse, but it just makes me feel a bit more connected to my patient and understand how they feel. So when you can say, "Oh, I understand how you feel," but I actually understand how they feel, and I can give them more support because I've been in that position before.
Wow. That was amazing, Bev. That was amazing. Who is the better person but the one who's actually experienced it, you know? Just like in nursing, I remember, this is back in the Philippines. I don't think this is being practiced here by the students, but back in the Philippines, we inject each other as part of the training as a student. Somebody will inject you and you will inject your partner as well. Of course, it's just a saline, but you have to feel what it's like. So you have to be very careful and you have to be very passionate and sensitive about everything that you do. So that is really good. As what I said earlier, your test will become a testimonial, and this is the tool that you're going to share to people to inspire and to help them heal as well, like you. Well done, amazing, amazing. Rosalie, um, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? I know you got projects coming, but where do you see yourself? Will
I'm
you be
still
in the yeah?
Yeah, I'm still going to be promoting BARTS. We are looking at developing the service for aortovascular surgery at BARTS at the moment. So hopefully my study will help inform us, develop a really good pathway for this patient group.
Is there anything that you see that needs to be improved, or is there any? I know
Yeah,
the
so
gaps
it's
is
the
still
care. It's
yeah.
basically the Yeah, so it's the care for these patients who are undergoing aortovascular surgery. So we have developed the aortovascular surgery very recently, just only I think 3 years ago, isn't it, Biff?
Yeah.
So it's very new in our center, and hopefully, I think our vision as one of the largest cardiovascular center in Europe is that we will be one of the best referral hospital for aortovascular surgery. I mean, aortovascular surgery, and to be able to do this, obviously, we also need to develop the nursing part of it. So that's where I'm coming from. So the work that I'm going to be doing will hopefully inform a good pathway for this patient, and we are hoping to be able to determine as well, to understand the morbidity and mortality outcomes of aortovascular surgery for Marfan syndrome patient particularly, but hopefully in the later on it will uh, be developed as well in the whole aortovascular surgery patients. So
Wow, amazing. Maybe in the next 5 years, you will be one of the like on the admin or one of the higher up there in the parts.
well,
Parts
my
NHS Health. You'll never know. You never know.
you never know, but
After all the works that you've done, you might be the head of nursing of Barts. You'll never know. You'll never know.
I'm just taking it one step at a time. I mean, there's so much work to do, and I'm very happy that I'm working with a lot of people like Bev, and who are also very passionate in continuing with our works for the best interest of our patients. So,
Amazing. Rosalie, I've got a surprise for you.
oh,
Hi,
thank
Osang. I
you.
just want to say congratulations for winning the Cardiovascular Nurse of the Year Award 2021. And I'm so happy that your talent and hard work has finally been rewarded. You really deserve the title. And also, I just want to greet you in advance happy birthday on the 8th of April. And hopefully, we'll see each other again after this pandemic. Okay, you take care and miss you. See you soon. Bye.
Oh, thank you. That's
There you
lovely.
go. And it's actually gonna be Rosalie's birthday on April 8th. Is that correct? Yeah, April.
Oh, it's the 5th. My husband is on the 8th. So,
Okay. Now we can greet you happy birthday, Rosalie, in advance. Yeah, and happy birthday in advance to you, Rosalie. Yeah.
thank
Happy
you.
birthday, happy birthday. Bev, um, just this question, if time and money is not an issue, what would you like to do?
Oh, I would be on a beach with my husband and just relax, worry about nothing else. Time and money. Here we go, baby.
I love that.
Amazing, amazing.
What else can
That's
you do?
good. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Just enjoy life, right? Enjoy
I don't
life.
have to get up in the morning. I don't have to
Yeah.
think about time. I don't have to think about money. I just get on and do whatever I want to do.
Exactly. Amazing, amazing. I always ask this question to my special guests. All right. I call this a dinner question. Have you had dinner already, guys? I haven't had dinner yet. Rosalie, have you had dinner yet? Okay. I always ask this question. I call this the dinner question. Bev. If there is somebody, if you're going to have a dinner with somebody, anybody in the world, popular, even dead person already, who is this person that you want to have dinner with? Why? And what question would you ask this person? Anybody that you can think of.
Now, if
Yeah.
I have a choice, I would have dinner with my parents,
Mhm.
Mary and Reginald McKinnon. Nobody else matter right now.
Anything you would like to ask them?
I haven't seen them in a while. I can't go home because of the pandemic. So I've spoken to them this today, but I just want to be with them. That's all. It's yeah. So I would rather have dinner with them.
Amazing. How about you, Rosalie? Anybody that you can think of?
I think
Dead,
it's
living?
Yeah,
Who
I
would you
think
like to
it's
have
the
dinner with?
same. It's the same with my family back home because I
Mm-hmm.
haven't been home for a while, and my nephews and nieces are all grown up now, and you didn't have any time to actually talk to them. Like they're now teenagers, so they have different likes now. So I kind of wanting to learn more about what they do now.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. And at this point, I just would like to greet all those who just come in as well. We have Ronnie Diao, a good friend of mine, a classmate. He's in watching from Australia. Thank you, Ronnie. And we have actually, Mimi Mili, thank you for watching as well. We have Alberto da Coco. Oh, Alberto is ang ating bankero. Oh, is das bank?
Hello, Albert.
Alberto da Coco. Thank you for watching. We have G. Byron Boringot, thank you for watching. Yan, and I just want to show all these messages as well. Tony Blair said, "Best of luck, Bev, in your future endeavors." Yan. And Terence Blackman said, "Truly impressed by the work being done by Rosalie. Thank you for your sacrifice." Yeah, thank you, thank you. And Dina Paoloni said, "I love you so much, sisters, and I'm also so proud of you both for your professionalism and your personal strength and integrity." Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you, Rosalie and Vev, for your time here. I really appreciate it. We have learned a lot from your stories and what you have shared. And because of that, I would like to give you this. Just a little something. I know it's only virtual. Cheers and
Thank you.
flowers. Yeah,
Thank,
wine and flowers for both of you. It's Women Empowerment
thank you.
Month as well. Very, very inspiring story. And Rosalie, very inspiring too, for all Filipino nurses and all the nurses out there. Very inspiring. You inspired us, especially in everything that you do in the field of cardiothoracic nursing. Yeah, amazing, amazing. Is there anything that you would like to promote, Bev? Anything that you would like to greet or to shout out?
Um,
Anybody?
because I just want to remind people, if you're not feeling well, if you're having chest pains, if you're feeling unwell, if you can't breathe properly, please do not ignore it. Just ring 911 or 111. Ensure that you speak to somebody. Don't ignore if you're not feeling well. Just go see someone. See a doctor.
Yes, thank you, Veb. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. And Rosalie, anything that you would like to tell our audience?
Well, I think the only thing I need to tell is we have to live a good life. There's still, it's still not too late to change lifestyle. Uh, Continue exercising and eat a good food. In a way, will be able to help us with cardiovascular disease.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Veb and Rosalie, for being here. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a
Actually, before I let you go, this is my final question before I both let you go and have your supper, and we all have our supper or dinner. Rosalie, is COVID a curse or a blessing?
me is a blessing.
Veb, is COVID a curse or a blessing?
I would say a bit of both because it has changed a few things for the good, and it has made, for example, me. It has changed me. It has made me focus and see what is needed and what is wanted. Um, so in that sense, I would say a bit of both because so many people has died, and unfortunately, lots of people can't be with their relative when they are dying. So it's a bit of both for me.
Wow. Thank you again, Vev and Rosalie. Thank you for your time
Thank you.
and always keep well.
And you as well.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
all.
you. Thank you very much. See you when I see you.
See ya.
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Rosalie. Bye. Thank you, Vev. There you go. So, thank you very much, everyone. And I always ask this question at the end. What is your takeaway? We've been here 1 hour and 34 minutes and 24 seconds and counting. Yeah. And so, what is your takeaway? Veb's story was very inspiring from being a cardiothoracic nurse, ICU nurse, to becoming a cardiothoracic patient herself and then back to normal now. And she is even stronger than ever. As you can see, the video that we have shown there, she's doing a lot of gym work. Obviously not at the moment because of the restrictions, but she did for a while. And I'm sure she will be back again. And I will be back to gym as well when it opens again. So thank you, everyone. And I hope I haven't forgotten to greet anybody. Let me just see on the other page to make sure I have greeted everyone. Yeah, let's just see. Just looking at the other page. Yeah, we have yeah. Thank you, everyone. And for me, always remember the quality of your life will always depend on the quality of the thoughts that you are thinking. Always plant that seeds of positivity in your mind every single day so that one day, let it germinate so that one day you will see the better version of yourself. So, see you again on Wednesday, 12 noon. I have a guest coming from the US of A. Yeah, he's a very young entrepreneur. He will be my guest from USA. And on Sunday as well, I have a guest from America as well. Yeah, from the US, a visual artist. Sunday, 7 p.m. And have a good and a blessed Lenten season for everyone. And yeah, see you again. See you again. So, even though at times I'd rather go along my way, help me take the right direction, take your road. Lead me, Lord, and never leave my side. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp on my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my life. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life, all through my days. Lead me, oh Lord, all my life. Thank you, everyone. See you on Wednesday.
Can I plant some seeds of positivity and good vibes in your mind for a few minutes? Thank you. Warm greetings, everyone. If you're looking for empowerment, entertainment, and fun, I've got good news. JhermiNATION is here for you, so please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, JhermiNATION. Together, we can make a difference and impact. See you every Wednesdays, 12 noon, and Sundays, 7 in the evening, UK time. This is Jeremy of JhermiNATION.